The oldest saga you've never heard of, prepare to be amazed. If you haven't yet heard about the saga of King Gorm the Old, it's time to get ready to be amazed. Believe it or not, this is actually older than the popular tales featuring Ragnar Lothbrok and his band of Viking marauders known as the Russ. But despite its ancient roots, it offers a different perspective on the world of the Vikings compared to the more well-known stories. Join us as we uncover the fascinating details of this epic narrative from Scandinavian folklore that predates even the famous Volsunga saga. You won't want to miss this one. So let's start at the beginning. What exactly is the saga? The saga was written in Iceland around 1300 AD by an unknown author. It's important to note that much like other sagas from the region, it wasn't originally written down but was instead passed down orally through generations for quite some time. The story takes place in Denmark during the 8th century, although there are hints that the roots of the narrative may reach back even further to the 6th century. But if you're wondering why the story isn't as widely known as others, the answer might lie in its unique style and subject matter. The story of King Gorm the Old is often categorized as a king's saga. Unlike the family sagas set amongst the Icelandic nobility after settlement of Iceland, it doesn't focus on a particular family's internal squabbles and feuds. Instead, it concentrates on events related to the Danish kings. And while other sagas often emphasize the deeds of legendary heroes, this saga is notably devoid of any supernatural elements. In fact, it reads more like a pseudo-historical narrative, as it tells the story of the legendary King Gorm the Old, who reigned over Denmark from 725 to 745 AD. The saga highlights key moments in the ruler's life, including his rise to power, his marriage to the Swedish princess, his battles with the Saxons, and his son's succession. But what makes this story truly remarkable is the glimpse it gives us into the Viking Age world without the embellishment of heroic legend. We get to see how they interacted with other cultures, their legal customs, and even their views on paganism and Christianity. For instance, the saga describes a moot or assembly where Danish nobles meet to discuss matters concerning the kingdom. This assembly reflects the importance of consensus and cooperation among the elite in Viking society. Similarly, it provides insights into how the Vikings viewed Christianity, showing both curiosity and skepticism towards the new faith. Now, let's talk about some of the characters you'll meet in this saga. The protagonist, King Gorm the Old, emerges as a cunning and ambitious ruler. Despite facing challenges such as being the illegitimate son of a previous king and initial opposition from his uncle, Gorm navigates the complexities of politics and warfare with skill. His desire for a legitimate heir leads him to marry a Swedish princess, an alliance that helps cement his authority and establishes connections beyond Denmark. One interesting aspect of his character is his engagement with Christianity, symbolized by the building of a church. However, he remains steadfast in his pagan beliefs, choosing to sacrifice to the old gods alongside his warriors. But Gorm is not the only memorable character in this tale. His uncle, King Sigurdring, adds a layer of intrigue as a powerful and influential figure who initially challenges Gorm's claim to the throne. The saga explores their complex relationship, highlighting the tensions and rivalries that can arise within royal families. Another notable character is Gorm's wife, Princess Benna. Her role in the narrative showcases the significance of women in Viking society, not just as passive participants, but also as agents who can influence political decisions and forge alliances through marriage. Speaking of alliances, the saga also sheds light on the diplomatic and marriage strategies employed by the Vikings. Gorm's decision to wed a Swedish princess is motivated by his need for legitimacy and his desire to secure his position as king. The alliance brings together two powerful kingdoms and underscores the importance of maintaining connections with neighboring regions. But it's not all smooth sailing. The saga also touches upon the conflicts and tensions that arise between Denmark and Sweden, providing a glimpse into the dynamics of Viking warfare and the complexities of their interactions with other cultures. And let's not forget the impact of Christianity on Viking society. While Gorm remains a practitioner of the Old Norse religion, the saga shows how the Christian message is already reaching parts of Denmark. The presence of Christianity creates a backdrop of cultural change and the potential for conflict between old beliefs and new ideas. It's a fascinating aspect of the Viking Age that often gets overlooked. As the story unfolds, you'll witness the clash between Danish and Saxon forces. The saga vividly depicts battles and raids, giving you a sense of the ferocity and brutality of Viking warfare. These encounters also highlight the Vikings' seafaring prowess and their ability to navigate and raid along the coasts of their enemies. It's a reminder that the Vikings were not just ferocious fighters on land, but also formidable on the seas. In addition to battles, the saga covers legal proceedings, offering a unique look into Viking law and customs. For example, there is a trial by ordeal where a character named Thyra is subjected to a boiling cauldron as a test of her innocence. Such trials, based on the belief that divine powers would intervene to protect the innocent, were a significant part of Viking justice. These scenes not only add variety to the narrative, but also provide valuable insights into the legal practices of the time. Overall, the saga paints a vivid and engaging picture of Viking Age Scandinavia. It goes beyond the typical tropes of heroic legends to offer a more nuanced portrayal of the Vikings and their world. If you're interested in the history of Vikings, this is definitely worth a read. You'll gain a deeper understanding of the period and appreciate the richness and complexity of Viking culture. So do yourself a favor and check it out. You won't regret it. And now we want to hear from you. Which aspect of the saga intrigued you the most? Was it the glimpse into Viking lore or the portrayal of everyday life in Viking society? Maybe it was the interactions with other cultures or the blend of history and legend. Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more captivating historical tales. Your support means everything to us, so thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.